good. Yeah.
Just sitting in the west over there.
Tomorrow,
Beautiful
3
o'clock
and 6 p.m.
Yeah, the North Adelaide Lacrosse Club. And just going through their warm-ups at the moment. And I am pleased to be joined in the commentary right now by a couple of...
50, but...
And...
fucking like tomorrow night, like really? It'll be a decent night for lacrosse. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they were originally saying 19, 20 degrees at the beginning. It'll be chill, but at least it'll be... If it's going to be raining, it'll be fucking windy. Or if it's not going to wind and it just rains, that's even worse. So I don't know which way I like it. At least with wind, the rain, you get it every now and then, though. But at least it disappears. But if it's just going to be...
straight away in the showers and that, ladies. So you must be enjoying
I know.
You're like,
I normally just hear you
I know. I'm like, Hannah, stop yelling at me. I know. I'm sorry.
okay, so we're back. Sorry for the technical difficulties here. It's obviously the beautiful night just getting in the way of some computer issues, but we're up and going now. And as I said, I don't know where we were in the middle of that and what you heard. Nothing. Okay, let's start this again. Ready? Welcome to Friday Night Live at the beautiful North Adelaide Lacrosse Club. And we have the two game here this evening with Brighton Bombers versus the Sturt Devils. And Brighton needing to win this game to keep a chance of maybe finishing the minor premiers. And that is dependent on the game later between the Glenelg Seahawks and... that would be
the Wildy Lions.
The Wildy Lions. I didn't actually know what Wildy were called. There you go. And those voices to my left and right, I have Hannah Goff and Dana Johnson, who have just come back from a fantastic job overseas, winning a bronze medal in the World Championship. So congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
And they're good medals, aren't they?
Yeah, so good.
I know. Addie bought one out to Sturt when she got back, and I went, oh.
Yeah.
And
Have a look at that.
number one, there were two things stopping me from running away with it. Number one, it was heavy.
Oh,
and,
it's so heavy. Did not expect it to be that heavy.
and number two, I don't run. So she was always going to catch me. And she had enough saves last week that she probably would have caught me if I'd just been standing still anyway.
Yeah,
she was amazing. And we look forward to watching Addie in this game here. And obviously one of your assistant coaches over there.
Yeah, assistant manager.
Any goss on the Adster?
Oh, she was just
No,
incredible.
we don't want to hear that stuff on Lacrosse SA
honestly,
TV.
no, she was just incredible the whole time. Made all of us so many grilled cheese when we were hungry. It was so good.
Oh, nice. So
It's
just
a bit of a rock for all of us.
so
Yeah.
bit of the carbo loading over there for you.
Literally, yep.
Cheese sandwich. Come on, Ad. Come on. Ad.
Yeah, literally, she was like, okay, she'd message and she'd be like, grilled cheese time, and everyone would come running down the hallway like, Addie, me one, me one.
So, Dana, I'll ask you first.
Yep.
What was your most amazing experience over there? I mean, obviously,
my
apart from
gosh.
winning a medal, say an individual like you obviously played a lot of games.
Yep.
There must have been something that stood out for you that you went, you know what, I deserve to be here.
I mean, nothing can beat winning that game and the feeling after it, and just looking around at the team and looking around the field and just smiling at all those girls and just being like, we did it. Like, it was just amazing.
Massive
but
relief.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's probably one of the best moments ever.
And especially getting over England
Yeah.
after they may have just, you know, I love a little bit of foxing.
Yeah.
I'm never going to play 8-ball with you girls because I tell you, you'd let me win the first few and then take my money after that. And Hannah, you personally?
Honestly, just every time we got to step out on that field, it was just incredible, like seeing everyone around us. And I mean, at the start of the England game when we first got up, that was pretty exciting. Getting those first few, having the momentum, seeing everyone just really hyped, looking up in the stands, and then obviously finishing off that game and being able to walk out wearing a medal was just incredible, something to bring home. Like, we were so proud and just got to be with everyone. It was incredible.
See, you're making me just the hair stand up now, just sitting here listening to
Giving you
it.
chills.
Because I can tell you, I was up every day
Aw.
watching every morning.
Thank you.
I was, and the funny thing is, I'm watching the games. There was no commentary to it, which was really frustrating
I know.
for
I
me.
needed you out there.
It was really frustrating for me, but how good was the crowd? All you hear is
incredible.
Our
Aussie, Aussie,
supporters.
Aussie.
Yeah.
See there, a big wave on our screen. And there's one of your assistant coaches there, Trish. She must be loving life too.
Yeah.
Any goss on Trish?
She's an absolute trooper.
No, I don't want to hear
No,
that.
I don't have
I wanna hear
gossip,
that.
I
We
just
don't-
love them.
I want to hear the.
Everyone was so...
I want to hear the dirt. I want to hear the funny
I
stuff.
don't even know.
No?
I don't even know.
No.
The plane flights, everyone just like sleeping around, getting the sneaky photos of people while they were sleeping. There were a few of those around. Scotty was all on top of that,
Yeah.
getting everyone
Scotty
like...
caught me once.
Yeah, Scott caught Dana. She
He
got a
got
whole
me.
lot of he got a whole lot of people.
And obviously with international trips, there's. Did you have fines?
We did have fines for the SA group when we had to travel from Melbourne for the smaller
Nothing
Yeah.
overseas.
No, we just did like bomb checks. Like if someone
Yeah,
had to
who
get
got
checked
the
for a bomb.
We'd all have to
Yeah,
walk
you gotta
over
tick on
like
your name.
looking at the ground, being
Yeah.
like, I got done.
Because I went over to.
It's everyone.
And
so
I'm not going to
everyone's
say.
gonna-
So you would have lost a lot of money then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think Cody in that trip ended up with, I don't know, he sent something like 560
Oh, no,
on
you're
Snapchats.
kidding.
Something ridiculous. So anyway, but he's obviously got deep pockets. So the girls are just getting their stick checks out here, and so what do you reckon of this first game? Obviously, you've played these sides in the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
Before you went away.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, a
Oh,
while
last
ago.
3 weeks.
Feels like it's been a week.
It's been a while.
So I'll tell you, last week Brighton obviously played
Yeah.
and won.
Mhm.
And
saw a little bit
Glenelg
of that
obviously
game.
played and won, both reasonably comfortably. Although your assistant coach had 33 saves last week, Addie,
She's a guy.
and
That was unreal. She
which
held
was-
that for that team.
which was massive. So we're just about to kick, and was doing a little bit of commentary for us.
Oh.
And her and Jade have obviously Sturt and Brighton formed a bit of a bond.
Yes.
And I would have liked to see him take the first centre tonight, but that's not to be. So just about to start here, and your score predictions for tonight in this first game.
Oh,
Good.
I'm not good at that. I'm terrible at this
I
sort of
know.
thing.
You can't sit on the fence with this one.
I'm gonna go like maybe like 12 to I don't know, like a 7 or something. I don't know. Brighton's way.
Yeah.
Your score predictions for tonight in this
Oh.
week's game.
Yeah, it's awful when you hear myself again speaking
I
about
know.
myself to hear you guys. You'll get used to that. So Indy Williams, one of your teammates over there, who
Yes.
she had an outstanding tournament as well.
Abby, yeah.
And Abby, look, it's Australian to import out there at the moment. So Brighton with the first use of the ball, and Mel was obviously over there. She was doing some work for the ALN over there. And looking there, and obviously the Brighton team certainly coming with a few ins tonight. Indy Williams.
Yes, a whole lot of people back from our...
Abby Thorne,
True.
Indy Williams, Mel Williams, Zeph Williams, Taylor Mangan.
Oh, goal. There we go.
And we have our first goal of the evening, and I wasn't even watching it.
As
Cassidy
an assist.
Dosta
Yeah.
with an assist. And I reckon Abby got that one because everyone was still at the moment. And as we see Mr. Craig Schicker just rolling up, assistant under-19 Australian coach against Cassidy Dosta. And Cassidy just flicks that one out again. That's gone to the same spot as it did last time. Cassidy straight on the ball. And so Mel just controlling the play down there at the moment. Looks there over to Abby. And what was the weather like over there?
Oh, it was so
It was
beautiful.
amazing. It was so hot.
Yeah,
Every day,
nice.
Wake up, t-shirt, shorts.
Yeah, t-shirt, shorts, nice to have some summer. Got a bit of tan on out
Yeah.
there, which was so nice.
So very similar to what it is right here.
Yeah, exactly.
As
Complete polar opposites.
So Mel Williams just throwing it to Zeph and missing her, but Zeph's
The
and
chief
family
squad, the stud.
Yeah, she never gives up.
doesn't mind coming out the cage. Kicks it up here to Abby. Abby, a little bit of razzle-dazzle.
Off to Indy.
And kicks it over to Colleen. Colleen had a good game last week. Tried to make hard for Zeph. Oh, sorry, Indy. Standing game last week.
Oh.
Get Hannah Mathwin, and Hannah looks like she's sitting down the back here in the defensive end tonight. So she gets 5 or 6 last week and straight to defence.
Straight to D. That's a
Moral of the story, don't score goals.
no.
And kicks it over here to Indy.
That's a dodge.
Indy being guarded there by
Nice
one of the
defence. Oh,
Michaela.
Yeah.
But
just
Indy says
underneath.
not likely. And went once, went twice, and Indy Williams gets on the board. So that's 2-0 here to Brighton.
Yeah, such a good player to have had with us over there in Canada. It was just great to have all the SA girls, you know, there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind coaching the SA women's team just quietly in the next 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Might be some state championships going on there with the amount of Australian representatives we've had. Okay. So just apologies there, just getting told that you may be experiencing, sound like I'm stuttering. So Mel again looks up to Cassidy. Cassidy just whizzle.
Oh,
That was
nice.
very nice.
And that's her
Just a little double dodge.
first for the night, I believe. So she's got one, although she may have had the first one. I don't know whether Abby had that, but
And then get to finish off the season
Yeah,
with our
exactly.
clubs. It's really nice.
Just the weird part is playing against each other.
I
you know?
know,
You
yeah,
want, you
I
want to
know.
be back on the same team. Like, what are you doing?
Oh,
we're back.
We're back?
We're back. Apologies, nothing's happened apart from a
Free shot.
a free shot here. So Addie was on fire last week. She's set up for this one,
Oh.
and Hayley just goes.
Nice feed
I
off
don't
to Abby."
really want to shoot that. I've seen what Abby did last week. What Addie did last week,
Ooh.
and that one
Ooh.
has pinged someone in the back of the head. I
Yeah, I
reckon.
was going to say, a bit dangerous.
Not dangerous shot at all. And
No.
Jade Williams picks up the ball. Or
Oh,
Indy, just a bit of a
Indy,
swat.
yeah.
There's a loves this
Pushing
one
the
hand.
fast break
Loves the
here.
one-handed. Looks down.
Go. One more.
Oh, that's good. Kicks it over.
And Brighton managed to recover there.
Kicks
Oh,
it
there's
to
a
Kim
cut from
down
the
the
top.
bottom. Oh, that one's
just a
gone
bit
straight
high.
over the top. And really, really good there from Alana with that cut. Good that Kim noticed her coming down. And the ball will come in with Sturt having the backup. So it is 3-0 here at the moment. For the Brighton Bombers way, we've got probably about 6 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go in this second. A nice
Oh,
from Jade
nice
Williams.
feed.
And Kim Sutton just finding Jade on the backside there. And no goalie's going to stop that one when they turn that
Too
way.
quick.
And Jade gets on the board for Sturt.
Yeah, nice opportunity for Sturt to get a quick one here and hopefully get some more.
As we see on the Living Choice instant replay, you see Kim just look up, Jade cutting down the backside, and
Nice back door.
Brighton keeper, nothing she could do there because she wouldn't have seen it coming.
Nope.
Just like England didn't see you coming. So Michaela back in the middle, and Michaela did a good job before to get the ball down through into the offence.
Nice way to disrupt the centre in there from Michaela.
I want to see Jade and Cassidy get together in the middle. They're just, might have worn one there, Michaela, straight across the smush. And there's going to be, there's a card coming. So we've got a card here to Indy. Oh, there's your teammate.
Oh.
She's been overplaying rough and tough international lacrosse, come back and just said, Michaela, we're one of these.
Sturt here with the man up possession. Hopefully they can get one on the board here again.
2 minutes for that.
And a
nice
nice
intercept.
Just pops it. Jade just using her body there on Jordan.
She's not taking it.
Puts it over Michaela. Michaela none the worse for that little indiscretion of Indy. She's tough, Michaela. She won't mind that. As Alana cuts through, and Jade's on the backside here again. You're going to have to watch Jade, especially through there. Michaela doing a good job here, Sturt, trying to find some holes. Michaela just needs to move that on now.
Brighton defence covering quite well here.
Oh, that's the coach killer right there. Those unforced errors that just trickle out of sticks and go out of bounds.
Yeah.
As we see Hannah, she says, I've stuck in the back line far too long. Let me down in offence. So, and a big shout out to our major sponsors, Living Choice and Traditional Verandas, Carports, Roofing and Guttering, for all of your needs around the home. Get in touch with the guys down there, and they will certainly look after you. And just like we're building a good game here, they will build you an outstanding property and things that go around your house. And they've been in business for over 30 years, so give them a call. And obviously Living Choice, once you've finished living in your traditional verandas, carports, roofing and guttering home, which has been done, and you start to retire, go down to Living Choice because you can live there for the rest of your life in absolute comfort.
Tell you what, you should do the advertising for
I
him.
know.
Well,
you got a job there.
Maybe.
I'd sign you.
So Brighton just bringing the ball out here. Zeph, they're just trying to create some width here. Obviously run down that. Oh, Kim Sutton just says, I'm behind you. We should have yelled that out, shouldn't we? She's behind you. She's behind you. Have a little pantomime down here on the boundary line.
Trying to run down the penalty here.
And they're obviously trying to double team.
I
But
think there's a penalties up.
I would certainly pick that player up coming off on the field. If she's not going to go into offence. Oh no, you cannot leave Hannah Matham with that much space. She's got pace to burn, and absolute dream to have a couple of left-handers in the women's game in your side, like natural lefties.
Yeah, it's so great. Just makes the game a whole lot tougher, you know,
switches
so much
it up
more to
a bit.
think about, yeah.
And you can
It's a bit
see
more
here
dynamic.
on the Living Choice replay that Cassidy just says, come on Hannah, give it to me, give it to me. And pops it into the back of the net there, and that's their fourth goal, and that is Cassidy's second of the quarter, maybe third. Didn't see the first one, but Abby's got that. So back into the middle here. She just scored the goal, and she says, come on, Michaela, let's go and have a bit of fun in the centre draw. So, yeah, so finals coming up.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to most about the final series?
I reckon the competition.
I thought you were going to say the commentary.
Yeah, and the commentary, you bet.
Competition?
Yeah, I reckon just, you know, as you get into finals, everyone just gets a little bit more, I don't know, it just becomes a little bit more serious, and everyone takes everything a little bit more seriously, so it's just...
Like when you're camping, intense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We had to use that joke before.
You had to. I set it up for you.
We worked on that earlier.
But everything just becomes a little bit more crucial, like just little slip-ups and whatnot, so everything just becomes more tidy and cleaner. I don't know.
Yeah, it does. And as you say, mistakes get personified. They really do get magnified in finals.
Like one drop can turn into a goal sort of situation.
Oh, good look on the inside there. Just missed.
Nice pick-up.
Well, nice little Indian pick-up almost there from Cassidy with the left hand. Do you practice those?
I'm not good at them.
No good at them?
I'm terrible at them.
Oh, shot down low. And
Beth.
Brilliant
that
shot
is
right there.
going to be number 1 for Beth Varga. As we see here on the Living Choice and Traditional Veranda Carport instant replay, Just comes off
Takes the face dodge and just straight down low.
Just says, come on, Alana, you should guard me better than that, because otherwise I'm going to score all night.
That's low. Too late.
So out to a 5-1 lead here at the about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to go in this first quarter down at the beautiful North Adelaide Lacrosse Club. And we're looking forward to the next game. Well, you two must be looking forward to the next game.
Yeah, very excited.
I'm going to get you, Hannah.
When there's a ground ball and the two of you are running towards it, are you going to go, oh, no, you take it?
Yeah,
or are you just going to?
We're going to stop. We're going to talk it out and say,
Talk
you
it
know
out?
what, Han, off you go.
Yeah. You're going to stop?
You know, I think we should do a bit of rock, paper,
Yeah,
scissors
rock,
here,
paper,
Danes.
scissors.
Let's go. Come on.
I'd
You
always...
take the first one, I'll take the second.
Yeah.
Someone's got to throw the dynamite in that.
Yeah.
Because that's
Oh, yeah.
on the side. So Brighton with the ball here again going into offence. As we hear
The bell for
30
30
seconds.
seconds.
Addie
and
makes a
Addie,
big
incredible
save.
save there.
there's number one for the night. She started.
Oh, no,
Check from the
brilliant
backside
check
from
by
Mel.
Mel.
Oh,
Addie's willing to chase it up.
She's hunting, Addie. But Mel gets the ball back. So limited time here. Cassidy Doster, bang. She says, you know what, I'm going to have another one tonight. I think she liked being the Living Choice Player of the Round last week when she came to have a bit of a chat on the microphones with us. So I think she's maybe looking to do it again tonight. As we see here on the Living Choice instant replay. Just kicks it over
Great
to
look
Doster.
from Mel and great finish.
And
from
Addie was coming out hard at that too.
Yeah.
She wasn't.
Yes.
she
Wasn't giving up.
Wasn't giving it easy. So about 10 seconds to go here in this first term, and we've got a 6-1 lead now to Brighton Bombers over the Sturt Devils. And certainly, it's probably the way the game looked like it was going to play out earlier. I mean, with those ins back for
yes, definitely with the
for Brighton. I
a
mean,
lot of players coming back from Canada.
so they're going to, and I mean, those ins as a whole. I mean, they won the premiership last year.
Yeah.
But with those ins and obviously Eloise still to come, it's going to be a tough ask for you two with your respective teams because they seem to be working pretty well. And as we see the whistle go, as Mel just gets the ball as it pops down, and we've got a 6-1 game here at the end of the first term, and both teams just come out and what does Trish say now? You would have heard plenty of this over the last 5 or 6 weeks.
Oh, just keeping focus, never to let up, never to take a break. I think all three of our coaches are very persistent on us, never giving up, always having faith, always willing to go
No matter
give out
what the
100%
score as well.
more.
Yeah.
So when you've got the foot on the throat, just push it a bit harder.
I remember Stacey saying, just push on the throttle, like foot on the throttle, never give up. Like, let's show them we're meant to be here. Last time was a
show them
fluke.
Australian
Like, let's
lacrosse.
go.
Yeah,
Yep.
We were all very riled up in that last game. It was so good.
And which is fantastic. And while we're rolled up, let's go and have a word from our sponsors because they'll roll you up.
John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious one-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment.
And discover the new standard in retirement living.
As we just come back into the realms of the IT Facebook land, or if you're happening to be sitting there with a nice glass of red or maybe a nice, I don't know, Scotch and Coke, bourbon Coke, vodka and lemonade, whatever,
What kind of night you're having.
sitting in front of the fire with the big 75-inch screen on the on the YouTube channel. I mean, we almost feel like that we're here now. The The pitch is so clear here.
Yeah.
It's like you get on the
exactly a
YouTube
full
channel at
surround
home.
sound TV.
and sometimes it is literally surround sound here when you're standing here, because you girls normally sit down just from me.
Yes.
And you don't need the live stream because you normally hear me.
Yeah, exactly.
Down there. So quarter 2, just about to kick off here as we see Nicky Voisey just blowing the whistle to say, right, girls, just about to go back into it again. What does Sturt need to do to control this Bombers outfit?
I think just centre possessions are really key. Just trying to get it as disrupted as much as they can in there, trying to get the possession down and just making the most of every opportunity they have.
Spot on.
Ooh.
I've got nothing to say. That was perfect.
Almost got me speechless then.
Yeah, I was going to say, Hannah, you take it away.
Hello.
Off you go.
As Addie just wanders. Addie's at her own. She's, you know what, this is my game. I'll be there when I get there. She's timing this perfectly. Look, Nicky's walking out there to do the centre draw. Addie's just going, oh, a couple of
Indy in there now against Michaela, so
changing it up. And Indy, obviously, in the under-18 championship this year, was phenomenal in those finals.
Yeah, it was such a great teammate to have, such a valuable asset.
You'd be
so great.
You'd be upset to see her on the other team, as you say.
100%.
Exactly.
When you run out there. Oh, look at that. That's got more flag height than Shane Abbott in the men's game. As ground ball to be won. Oh, great ground ball there.
Andy looking back in the middle.
And O'Malley just kicks it down there to Zeph. And Zeph looking at her options. Kicks it over there to Taylor. Taylor kicks it up to Fussy. And ringa Rosie. Back we go again to Varga.
Zeph's one of those great left-handers you were talking about. Just so great to have that diversity and difference in the game.
Well, it just makes such a big difference in the women's game, because often you don't see a left-hander, or you'll see some players who play two-handed.
Yeah.
But that natural left-hand ability is just something that in the men's game you take for granted.
Great.
Oh, rattle, rattle goes a cookie jar up the top shelf there from Indy. And she has her second of the game, as we see here on the
backdoor on the replay.
Bang, pop, top shelf. Addie coming out, but no chance of getting that one. And Indy gets her second of the game and starts the scoring as it did for the first quarter. So 7-1 now. Brighton and Michaela back in the face-off against Indy. That ball was sensational. Went straight up.
Straight up.
That's probably
Such
the best. That's
center.
probably the best centre draw I've seen this year. For height and straightness.
Yeah.
Better than the AFL with the footballs that they be. Oh,
there
hello.
we go again. Beautiful.
It's like deja vu out here. These two should be taking centres all the
Great
time.
ground ball by Beth.
Nice knockdown
nice
there
defense.
from Michaela. But a ground ball to be won. This is where they need to pick it up. And Beth playing a good game at the moment, but she's about to be swamped here by Tam. And she just says, right, I'll kick it up to Hayley. Hayley up to Indy. Indy says, oh, Jade's there. Maybe I could take her. You knew that was what she was thinking. Down to Colleen. And we can just hear in our effects mic there. Super coach Trish Adams. Just, you must be sitting there going, okay, Trish, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You hear the voice
it's hard
like
not
that?
to react.
Hard not to react. As the Hayley just little flea flicker. Indy kicks down the bottom. Kicks it again, looks inside, not there. Beth looking for options here. Oh, good from Michaela again. Michaela, that's two really good interception knockdowns, and look at that. Has paced the burn. Colleen O'Malley, little inside, but hello, who's that? That's an Indy Williams. She's been certainly burning up better fields than this one in the last few weeks. And Michaela doing a really good job there for the Sturt Devils.
Yeah, great turnover and great run down there.
Again, another one of those.
Giving them an opportunity.
Looks inside. Jade Williams with a turn.
Brilliant shot.
Happy days, Jade. And she gets her second of the game, and that is the second for Sturt as well. So Jade doing all the scoring, but that was fantastic. You look on the replay there, grabbed a big blind turn, found
exactly
herself
what
in
they
space.
needed to do.
And
cause that turnover, make the most of it down there, and so great for them to get on the board again.
And popping it away, and the Brighton keeper down there will be going, you know what, enough shots. I've had 2 shots and no saves for 2 goals. Keep it down the other end, thanks.
Yeah.
So 7-2 here is the score.
And Cassidy back in the centre. We'll see if it says perfect and straight.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be. Maybe they didn't want to go third time lucky here. So Cassidy against Michaela. And send it. Oh, well, it's not too bad,
nice.
to be honest. Jade will pick that up.
Great pick up by Jade.
The one thing, both of the imports for both Sturt and Brighton.
Great defence there by Abby Thorne, putting her under a lot of pressure.
Their ground ball skills.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
incredible.
Both Cassidy
Pick
and
ups
So
and
clean.
stick work.
very
Yeah.
clean. Jade didn't want that back then, but she got it given to her.
They just make it look so effortless as well.
Goes around her work. That's the trying with the fake, but it didn't work. But Jade looking for a third. She's pushing in. She's getting great defence there from Abby.
Yeah, Abby's playing a great game.
And Abby played exceptional defence over in
incredible defence, yeah.
in Canada. Little flea flick there to Michaela, and Michaela says, "Oh no, Cassidy's in front of me." Okay, move the ball on now. And
Oh no.
oh, Cassidy's going to go. She'll keep. No, she's not going to keep going. So Haley with the ball, but she's got Cassidy on the outside here, and she has some pace to burn here if no one comes to her. But
Bit
just
of more of a setter option down here.
just settling it up. Yeah, and they didn't see that happening.
Oh.
And both defenders, both Ashley and Alana, it must have been the A thing going on there. They all both came to the right hand 45 and didn't see that the bit of a trick.
Great fake there, and always a great finish by Cassidy.
So Cassidy with her first of the game. No,
No, her
oh,
fourth.
hang on, no, that's not her fourth. Yes, it is. That's her fourth.
It's her fourth. She's on fire.
Who would have known that I knew how to do this thing? So 4 for Cassidy, and she had 6 last week, so she's well on track.
Yeah.
She is. As we get the and it's a 2-goal to 1 quarter. As it starts, yeah, see, that's terrible. I expect more. You know,
Great pick up again by Jade.
I've come to expect more now with these centre draws where they just go straight up in the air, and
Yep.
so we're going to have a push. No,
Jade
thought
being
I heard
put
a
under
whistle
a
there.
lot of pressure down there.
Might be an advantage.
Okay, if you're hearing us, there's a small delay at the moment, and I keep delaying. No, sorry, just joking. There may be a small delay on the broadcast, so apologies for that. It's just the night sky out here is sucking up our bandwidth. And oh, nice look inside. Oh, top
brilliant
shelf.
top
That was
shot.
amazing from Elise. Another one of those young Sturt players who are coming up, and she is really good in that particular. You see here, look, little turn right, little turn left, and you know, she's got
Very
a
sneaky.
reasonable defender on her, and Hannah Mathwin, and pops that one up the top right-hand corner, and Elise gets her first of the game. And I'm going to say, I reckon, I don't know how many she's got this year, but that might have been one of the, so Elise low with that one. That is 3, so we've got 8-3 now to Sturt, and Sturt are 2 goals up, 2 goals all this quarter, so certainly just stopping the flow of the Brighton Bombers by getting the ball in the back of their net. And as I said, the keeper's now seen 3 shots for 3 goals, going at 0%. The Brighton keeper.
A break there.
So Cassidy with the ball now. And look, here we go. There's the competition. Jade and Cassidy. They love each other. You see them on Instagram
Just
together
the matchup
constantly.
you were looking for.
It was. Oh, you should have heard, as I said last week, we try to be very unbiased here in the commentary. And Jade was on the commentary here, and sorry, Cassidy was on the commentary, and Jade scored, and Cassidy may have got up and about, telling her how good she was. So, as Mel Williams, Addie,
Great intercept by Addie.
great intercept, but she's going to be under pressure.
now.
There's a wall of Williams. There is a wall of Williams coming there, and Addie just pops that one over the top,
And there's a very well fought ground ball there.
Okay,
Nice
Dahlia.
pick up by Adalia, straight back to Mel.
And here we go.
Straight back down.
So there's Ashley Hill just getting in the spot there. So stop the numbers, but there was definitely a Williams onslaught coming there because Indy, Zeph, and Mel were both running back to. And I'm sure that the Brighton Bombers are very pleased to have those guys back in the side.
The little
Very handy trio, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
Dana.
say. Stop copying me.
So here we go, Cassidy. Oh, she dropped the ball.
Oh, and
Oh,
Addie's
no,
got
no,
it
And
again.
Addie
incredible
again.
pick up
Addie
by
again, but look.
again.
There we go.
Off
straight
to Jade. hopefully looking to push it down here, try to get back on that scoreboard
Look at
again.
Indy. Look at Indy. Indy has run about 60 metres to get in front of Jade there to do that.
Great defence by Indy.
She came from the opposite side of the field to run and cut that down and get in front and nearly dispossessed Jade then. So really good work there from Indy Williams. And you can tell she's been on an international campaign when she's certainly going at that sort of speed to get back into a defence. As Jade just ties her shoelace up here, maybe. I don't know. Thinks just let's try a set play. As the ball, just Abby with the ball there. Good pick up there from Jade
Good
again.
recovery from Jade.
Oh.
Nice stick from Indy there. Ground ball for.
So Alana with the ball now. Kicks it down the back to Kim. Those options.
Yeah.
Certainly Sturt. Oh, Kim Sutton down the side. She's bang, and another one.
Incredible shot here.
So Kim Sutton's on the board, and there we have it. Sturt with a 3-2 quarter with about 5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Have just started to eke back into that 6-1 lead in the
Exactly,
first. Need more offensive sets because that's 4
they're
shots for 4 goals. So their shooting percentage at the moment,
100%.
they've had 4 shots for 4 goals. So you take that every day of the week.
As we have a timeout here from Sturt, I believe.
So timeout, Mr. Sammy Kilford. Just going, right, ladies. Although, was that a Sturt timeout or was that a Brighton timeout? A Sturt timeout.
Yeah.
Sammy calling a Sturt timeout when you've got a bit of
roll.
got a little bit of roll. So we've got a 8-4 game here at North Adelaide Lacrosse Club, and you ladies, what? How many goals are you going to get tonight, Dana?
Oh, just the average 10, maybe 11.
You can take 11 points.
We'll see. We'll see how the game plans out, I guess.
And what's your favourite position? You up forward, midfield?
Midfield's definitely my favourite, but I'm
Midfield?
up for really anything. I don't really
You've got
mind
the
where I go.
incredible speed for
Oh,
midfield,
that's
Dana.
right.
You're built for it.
Actually, what?
Thank you, Anna.
And obviously, you spent a fair bit of the time out last year with that quad injury.
Yeah, my the tendon on top of my hamstring.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't talk to me about hamstrings.
Nah, it was the worst, but
So,
glad to be-
top back hamstring,
so just off the bone, there was just a slight tear.
Yeah.
And
I know what that's like. I nearly
yeah.
tore mine off the bone playing footy many years ago, and it was about
it's
that
just-
much from being reattached.
No, it was shocking. I ended up having to get glucose dextrose.
Yeah, the glucose injections. Yep.
I got those and thinking, that'll be fine, they'll be painless and not.
No.
They were the worst things ever.
Yeah.
But
when they bring out the gauge of needle that looks like a pen from the local motel,
were
you go, "You're not going to stick me with that, are you?" And they go, "No." Bang.
But it got me to where I needed to be. So
Yep.
in the end, I was more than happy to sort of.
And no issues ongoing
Nah,
now?
just sort of after I had to just take a bit care of it and just be a bit more cautious with it.
Yep.
So I've just been doing that and it's been fine. So
We obviously looked after it, as we see another centre draw there from Tam in India that went straight up, and Tam just going hack. But a good check there.
Nice pick up from Ash off to
Oh,
Tam,
look at the
but
yellow.
Look at the pressure from there.
Okay. That's what England saw when they were over there, all that gold coming at them. As we see the ball
nice.
flick out there to Colleen. Really good flick as Tam just goes about, but she's got
Oops,
goal side of her.
Under,
And good
but a
crash
nice
there
crash there.
from Alana. We're going to have a 3-second here on Alana. Just being judged to be in the fans a little bit too long without doing anything. Although she did just crash on that, so
Yeah.
a little bit tough.
oh, in the middle.
Oh, bang.
Beth just wide open there
Yeah.
in the guts and straight top shelf.
Another one up top shelf.
Yeah.
We call that, as Sammy Kilford says, and I can't take credit for it, that's called rattling the cookie jar.
Rattling the cookie jar.
Rattling the cookie jar. So Beth with her first of the game. Did she get one?
No.
That's her second for the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we've missed one. Maybe the score is 9-4 or 10-4. I don't know. I wasn't very good with maths,
No, neither was I, don't worry.
but I could talk lots. So as the ball comes back into the centre here,
Indian Tam again.
and there we go. Those
Nice.
centre draws are really good tonight. You often see a little bit of
Oh, and a nice pick up from
Scrap.
Tam there.
10.
Oh, and great double there by our Aussie teammates, turning
Oh,
it
bang,
over.
bang. It's like, not,
get 'em,
not
girls.
through
Yeah.
there. Oh, look at Indy
Look at
bursting
Indy.
down the middle.
Straight in the
Looks
middle.
in.
Yeah. Oh,
Just a
Just
good,
dropped a little
and,
bit.
oh,
really
great pick up by Addie.
great stick there
She's
from
all over it.
Abby Rigg. just knocking that ball down in the centre. Indy looked like she was going to the cage. Kicks it over to Ash Hill. And Ash is looking for oh, there we go. That's a good outlet to Jade. Jade just stepping left, stepping right. Just going, it's like Harry Potter and a magic wand there, wasn't it?
I know, it is. Steps and twirls all about, got free.
And I'm
Get
going
it back down there to
in front of you. As we see Elise with a nice cut through the middle. She's got a golden eye. Kim Sutton with the ball down the back now for Sturt. Good inside cut, just missing the handle, and we're going to have a whistle on the play here. So it might have been a push down there.
Free position there for Ash.
Free shot, Ash. Watch out if she shoots like her brother. Hey? I said like that.
Great crash there by Bombers.
They certainly stuffed that one out then.
Yeah.
As the ball kicks up the top here. And cutting through. A good spatial movement by Sturt. Obviously having a tougher year, and obviously with B and Kit away too for the Sturt Devils. They're obviously travelling over in your neck of the woods where you've just come from.
Yes.
They look like they're having lots of fun over there, but they miss a couple of those experienced players as well coming through this side. But doing a really good job here tonight.
They're doing an incredible job holding up. 9-4, only a 5-goal deficit at the moment. They're definitely holding up.
And you must be pleased to see that give. Oh, look inside. Hasn't gone in the cage. And it's hit a defender, but Kim Sutton just steps inside there. That's a little bit too easy on Jordan Heinrich there. And just steps inside and goes, I'll pop that one inside. And Kim Sutton with her,
Just put that one there.
with her second
Narrowing
of the
it down
game.
to only a 4-goal deficit, which is Sturt doing an incredible job.
We see there on the living choice instant replay that just gets inside. And obviously to our other major sponsor, Traditional Verandas, Carports, Roofing and Guttering, who will do anything you need around the home to make your home look spectacular with 30 years in the business. So get around them as one of our major sponsors of Lacrosse SA TV, and obviously Living Choice, who have supported Lacrosse in an amazing amount. You guys in a minute, I reckon, because Mr. Stewie Rob's just come over and gone, Dana, wait, you're doing a great job, but I want the speed of your legs, not the speed of your voice out here. And as we see Elise there, her stick handling's really improved. I coached for a couple of games last year, and Elise was one of those. Oh, good cut inside, but stuffed out there by
turnover there.
Mind you,
would have been nice for Sturt to get another one there on under 30 seconds, but we'll see what.
As the whistle goes here at half-time, and on that half-time note, I'm going to let you ladies go, and I look forward to commentating yours. But hey, why would we not? And again, from behalf of us at Lacrosse SA TV and all the Australian viewers around the country, congratulations. It's a massive effort to get a bronze medal in a World Championships, and I must say I had little sleep while you were over there watching these games at all different times, but myself really proud having sort of been commentating you guys in 18s and that, so really good that you were able to join us tonight. Good luck for the rest of the finals, and good luck for the night.
Thank you so much for your support, and we really can't say how much we want to thank just everyone from SA for everything they've done. All the supporters who came over, and everyone, we know how many people watched, and like the messages, it was just incredible.
Anything to get us over the line, that's what we're here for. So you go and do your thing. Appreciate you being on Lacrosse SA TV, and we look forward maybe throughout the finals and having you around the place.
Definitely.
But good luck with that. So I'll let you go and do your thing. As Taisha Skuse, another Aussie, look at that, still wearing green and gold. Just comes to step in for tag team. Watch out.
Team, Tash.
All right.
Well, thank you for having us,
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we're going to go to a quick break and hear from our sponsors here at
acclaimed musicians in our grand lobby. There's always something happening for you to be a part of. You're cared for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even if you never need it, it's reassuring to know that specialist staff are on site 24 hours. At our on-site wellness centre, both healthcare and fitness professionals offer a wide range of services. And you have 24-hour emergency response at the touch of a button. Living Choice Fullerton, Adelaide's finest retirement living, where you have the choice of luxury and the luxury of choice. For more information, this is Adelaide's finest retirement living. A welcoming, multi-award winning and pet-friendly community in a location overlooking the stunning Adelaide city skyline and its tree-lined surrounds. You're just minutes from prestigious shopping precincts, and it's only a stroll to beautiful parks and gardens. Imagine luxury living and 5-star facilities awarded 3 times as the best of the best. A place that values your independence and offers a wide variety of lifestyle options. A place for you to call home. Welcome to Living Choice Fullerton, Adelaide's finest retirement living. With a range of quality accommodation options, you'll find a home to love at the fully accredited Living Choice Fullerton. Enjoy spacious living in our beautifully appointed 1, 2 or 3 bedroom apartments, or choose one of our stunning penthouses offering sweeping views. You'll see the value of good design in these light and airy homes, each designed and built to the high level of luxury you've worked hard for and deserve. You can relax knowing all building exterior maintenance is taken care of, so you'll never have to paint a fence or mow a lawn again. The village also has its own solar farm to help you save on power bills. Your 5-star lifestyle includes an on-site restaurant, Damien on Fisher and Hudson's Cafe for delicious all-day dining. An indoor heat be pampered in our hair and beauty salon, or play tennis at nearby Concordia College. Meet up with friends for a game of bowls, or listen to acclaimed musicians in our grand lobby. There's always something happening for you to be a part of. You're cared for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even if you never need it, it's reassuring to know that specialist staff are on site 24 hours. At our on-site wellness centre, both healthcare and fitness professionals offer a wide range of services. And you have 24-hour emergency response at the touch of a button. Living Choice Fullerton, Adelaide's finest retirement living, where you have the choice of luxury and the luxury of choice. For more information on how you can become part of our community, please call 1800 055.
North Adelaide Lacrosse Club for the second half between Brighton and Sturt, and I'm joined by 2 champions at the moment. Tasha Skuse, bronze medalist all the way back from Canada. Welcome to your first LSA TV commentary.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, it's good to have you. Great to have you here as Brighton just get the ball out. And another legend on my left here, assistant coach of the Australian Under-19 men's team and league Glenelg coach, and all-round nice guy, Mr. Craig Schicker.
Thank you.
Welcome, Craig.
More importantly, the nice guy bit there, Tony. I appreciate that.
That's what I'm here for. I mean, got to tell the truth here, don't we?
That's right. That's right. On a cold night, you got to warm us up somehow.
So these lights should warm us up. They're pretty good out here at North Adelaide. You must enjoy training under these stars.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. So we see the ball just turn over down the back end, so it'll be Sturt. So Sturt with an interesting second quarter there. They obviously were out to the score is at the moment 10-5, but it was a 7-1 first quarter, and then Sturt coming back to win that second one 4-3, so really fought back well.
Addy had a big influence there in the second half of that second quarter, I thought. First quarter looked like she took her time to get into the game.
Yeah.
A little disinterested, possibly.
Yeah, well, after that many saves last week, I think she had 33 saves last week and 4 interceptions, so...
A saving hangover.
I was going to say, some goalies don't have that in a season.
No, you're right.
As this ball turned over in Canada, what a great experience that was.
Yeah.
And how heavy is that medal? I was speaking to the girls before.
Oh, it weighs you down.
It'll weigh you down. Well,
Yeah.
I'd like to be weighed down like that with a bronze medal.
Yep.
Chicks is looking for a bit of that bling when he goes over next year.
Certainly.
But now, obviously, I watched all the games, and you were outstanding in the cage.
That was a good game.
As we see a good stop there again from Addy. Addy's back with another save, and You must like watching goalies make saves.
I love watching Addie play. She's so good.
Yep, as she's getting a fair bit of attention from one of your Australian comrades there in Indy Williams. She's not letting her up.
Nah, not one bit.
Did she say something to her at the end of the game in the finals or something, Indy? Addie got into Indy a bit, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
She's going to take it out in the first second half here. So this is not good because Indy has the ball and Addie's had to come out behind her.
Yeah, I think Addie got a cover there.
There you go. Oh. Okay, in and back. And
that might have been missed early in the game, Tone. I noticed there's a third umpire rock up halfway through there. Sarah Falcione joins the Zebras tonight, halfway through the second.
Who is going to suit up for the next game?
Just a warm-up, is it?
Just a warm-up, maybe just to get the legs moving.
Yep.
As the ball kicks over here to Williams. Kicks it up to Thorne. You must have heard that a fair bit. Williams, Thorne. And you would have been happy when it was down the other end watching them do their work.
I loved it.
As we see Cassidy Doster there just running into a mountain of, that's her comrade in Jade there.
Yep.
They spend more time on the beach in the middle of winter down at Christie's Beach in Noarlunga than I've seen anyone down the beach down there. So Cassidy already has 4 on the board for the Bombers. Looking to put another one. Steps has been deemed to go to Brighton. So yeah, what was your highlight apart from winning a medal over there?
Girls from different countries and stuff was really fun.
And how big was that? I was wondering when Indy would have matched up on her at some point that there was a massive height difference in how they set that.
Caitlin Jenner, wasn't it?
Caitlin.
All right.
That's all right. Definitely not that one. But she's certainly a tall lady.
Yep, definitely.
And in the right position as we see the ball just pop over the top, and Colleen O'Malley just popping that one in, and that'll be the first one of the third quarter here.
So, Tosh, if I can ask you a question, how was it firstly meeting the great Jen Adams, Stacey Morlang too, and then turning out to be your coaches, talking to them pre-tournament, through the tournament, the advice they would have given you from time to time? That must have been an excitement in itself.
Yeah, well, they're just so knowledgeable on everything, so it was a bit daunting to first meet them. Like, they're so famous, growing up you wanted to be them, and then they're your coach.
Were there many US fangirls when Jen was around?
Yeah, everyone seemed to know her, and they just wanted to go up, get their picture with her.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Shix has the same thing,
At home.
So what was the one piece of that Jen instilled in you that going forward that you remember the most as a coach?
Just the true spirit of Australian cross. We were there to win. We didn't deserve anything. We all worked really hard. We were there to win, and we came back with bronze. It was amazing, just having that hard work.
As we see O'Malley there, just with her second in about as many minutes. Popped that one over the top with a good feed there from Indy Williams, one of your teammates. She certainly brought plenty of people into the play. Oh, that might have been actually Mel Williams bringing that into the play, but it was a Williams. She was over there doing a bit of work for the Australian Lacrosse Network. Did she catch up with you with the camera?
No, I kept running every time she came close.
A goalie that runs, that's what we want in the women's game, isn't it, Shix?
Yeah, and Tasha, your game time here in Australia, Club Lacrosse, obviously you get to see a lot of the balls start, play a lot of the time.
Yeah.
How was it coming in and out, coming in at half-time, sharing time with Molly, who was great as well?
Yeah, that was really good being that, because you got to have the time off the field to watch the play, see how other teams work, and get to learn from one another, with me and Molly.
Good.
And obviously a really good bond you and Molly would have shared over there, being the two netminders.
Yeah, it was really good. We got along good.
Because it's a unique position, isn't it?
Yeah.
To be honest, as a goalie. I mean, the defenders can get around you, the mids and the forwards and the coaches, but as a keeper, you know exactly what each other go through.
Yeah, it was really good having someone that understands it.
And as we see a shot there, just pop over from Kim Sutton and Elise with the ball at the back up here. And Sturt, they're not going to be outdone here. Every time Brighton seem to get a goal in the last sort of 20 minutes, they've been on the board to get there. And bang, there's another one top shelf from Kim Sutton. That's her third of the game, and certainly keeping Sturt in it at the moment. As we see here on the Living Choice replay just pops around the back side here. A little bit of pressure, just turns and pops up, and the keeper didn't see that one at all. In fact, I think at the moment we're talking that's 6 goals, and I think hasn't actually had a save yet. I think they've had 7 shots for 6 goals, and one of them hit the defender. So Brighton will
for Brighton's premiership, Susie Lane, if she can get behind a couple tone.
Just as our guest here, Tasha Skews, did for Australia to win bronze.
That's right.
Hey, can't do without him, and it is a thankless position sometimes, Tash, where you're either the hero or the villain, and you feel it sometimes when that golden goal goes in or the things, and but it's a good learning curve, isn't it? Sometimes.
All my teams are really supportive, so that's
they're really supportive, and that's what they should be. I mean, at the end of the day. It doesn't rest on one final shot. It's what you do throughout the game, and if your attackers did the right thing, they'd be up by 6 or 7. You wouldn't have to worry about it, would they?
That's right.
But every goalie goes through it, and obviously with finals coming up, North Eagles in the finals.
In the finals for 18s and our Div 1 seniors.
Beautiful. So that starts next week, and who's your biggest opposition going to be through the 18s and the? That'll be an interesting, but obviously with the Indy and Eloise and the
all the girls are
crew
back.
coming back in, they certainly strengthen up that side. Kelly McDonald was really good, and she's obviously not playing tonight. And then in your Div 1?
Div 1, Glenelg's our toughest opponent. Yep.
Yep. So, and you've played them this year a few times, 2 times?
Sadly, on Saturday we went down by 1 to them. But it was really close.
Oh, you played in that one? You were back?
Nah, I didn't play for seniors.
Oh, no wonder they lost by 1. Hey, there was no Tash excuse in the cage. So they'll here as Addie just goes about her work. It's goalie to goalie. And there goes Addie. Do you get down the field like that?
Coach Addie.
Oh, I try. I love it.
Sorry, yeah, Coach Addie. How good was Addie over there?
That was amazing having Addie.
I hear she makes good cheese toasties.
Oh, the best.
Jade Williams pops it over. Oh, just misses the ball there, Elise. The ball to be won, and Elise Jordan all over her there. As we see Sarah just in front of us, watching intently, wasn't she?
Very intently.
So yeah, we got the lowdown goss that Addie was really good at cheese toasties, and there was a call being made that cheese toasties are on. Or Jade, as good there.
Thorn double
from your
Australian goalkeeper. You'd be looking for a Women's State League role at some stage. North Adelaide West Torrens. That'll be a nice little combo to move up through the ranks.
Yeah, we're hoping to take out the premiership this year in seniors, and then be able to move up into league next season.
How good's that? That'd be great.
That'd be great for the competition, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Another team up there, and another competitive team with great players. West Torrens have got some very good junior type players. I don't know if they're still in their 18s or they've moved through to.
We got a mix of both.
Yeah, it's a pretty good mix, and North Adelaide pretty well the same, I reckon, in that age bracket. So it'll be a nice young team coming through. That'd be good.
It would be fantastic to see you up in league next year.
Yeah, it would be good.
And because there's a lot of those under 18 obviously coming, as we see Hayley Fuss just pop one over the bar there, coming off that under 18 championship this year. You've had I said to the girls before, you must have. I bought it myself down. It's a 20-cent machine. And we big shout out to Braden Munn, who's sitting up there. He's actually higher than everyone else, so he must be getting the warm weather up there tonight on the camera. So shout out to Braid up there, who's doing a great job on our camera. That looks like an under-8s footy match right there. There look like about 16 players in about
there was only ever one coming away with it. The girl with the biggest stick on the field.
And Addie doing a great job. She loves getting up the field, doesn't she? Jade Fuss with a little bit of a high step. And there's another one for Williams. And may have just...
great somersault after. If we've got footage of that,
here we go.
We could get some replay of
Living choice replay here.
Great score.
Talk us through it, Shix.
A little shake and bake. Went down low. We've missed the tumble, but recovery was sensational.
What do you give that, mate? 6.2?
We'll give it an 8.5.
8.5 with the difficulty of...
Probably need to see a double tumble to go 9 or 10.
Just like that US athlete did the other day on the mat.
Like a ninja.
Did the triple.
Yeah, real life ninja.
Real life ninja. As Jade Williams puts away her third of the game. And she's got 1 in every quarter so far, so she could end up with 4.
Well, I thought you were going to say that might have been her first for the night.
No, she's got 3. I think she's chasing down Cassidy because they've got a bit of a rivalry between each other. She's got 4 at the moment. Another good centre there from Michaela and Indy, and going the wrong way, but that's the way to get your defence.
Little lost. GPS is back on now, though.
And that just kills you as a coach right there. Tish, you'll learn that. That's a coach killer right there, isn't it, Shix?
Yeah.
A turnover in the midfield, absolutely.
Especially with an unforced turnover. That's why we don't have much hair at the moment, is it, Shix? We need beanies.
Can get stressful.
Can get stressful. So, obviously, the next game coming up, a couple of your comrades who were in earlier, having a bit of a chat with us.
Yeah.
Who wins that game? Because last time Glenelg played Wildy, I think they went down by 2. Or was that the game before?
It must be in the game of
first game.
First game.
Mm-hmm. So first game went down by 2 as we hear the 32nd buzzer go, and Hannah Mathwin, who got 5 last week, gets her first of the game tonight. Found herself with 5-1 last week, or 6-1 last week, and found herself starting in defence tonight.
Yep. Trish back from the from Canada
right.
as
Enough.
well, just throwing a little
enough.
Little spanner in the works out there.
Yeah, but Hannah Mathwin on the board in the third quarter. We've got about 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter as we just heard the bell rattle away down there. And we have a 12-7 lead here.
Tasha, do you get to see much Women's State League lacrosse here in South Australia?
Yeah. Oh, well, my game's on the Saturdays. I don't really get the chance.
Yeah, of course.
But I love to come out to the Friday night games.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? North Adelaide's fantastic uplift.
we might. Maybe we might. once the $9.1 million renovation goes on up there.
Yep.
Couple of getting muddy feet coaching, mate.
Well, she's played very, very good here. That's Jade, isn't it?
That's Jade Williams, yes. So there's Williams on both sides, and they seem to dominate some of this. So Colleen O'Malley and Kim Sutton's done a great job. Oh, that's a bullet going through there as we hear the whistle go, and that's why she fed that one late, because there was limited time as the clock was on the field. And we see here that Brighton 13 to Sturt 7, and a bit of a game here.
We're not far off, are we? We're not far off. I think Sturt have realised that...
don't you?
Of course you do.
Sometimes you just...
Yeah, it happens.
But like I said...
A lot of goalies in my family that I hear about sometimes that, they miss a few. You would have seen one of them miss a few sometimes. As we see Trish Adams there just going about.
The cameraman. No.
I only gotta fix these legs. I don't like it like that. You can't fucking lose there. You gotta jump
Well, there you go. There.
John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious one-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment
and discover the new standard in retirement living.
It's not good for anyone.
As long as you're happy.
And we're just back here as we just heard from our major sponsors there, and Shix is just showing us his new accessories for his man bag.
That's right. That's right.
Nothing wrong with that, mate.
Titanic Golf Wilderness. She would get a little photo on the wall there. They have a little something similar.
Well, I mean, I made it to the school newsletter, and I think that's about it.
Picture?
Oh, yeah, I had to send in the pictures.
Good. And that's it, you reckon? No school assembly up the front talking about it?
Nah, I don't reckon.
It's a shame.
We should get in touch with him, I think.
No, it's all right.
No, I think
It's an easy phone call.
I mean, Australian representative, Lacrosse SA TV guest commentator.
We've got to grow the game.
Absolutely. And what better than on a wall when you walk past and see the one and only Tosh Excuses picture there to make you want to do exactly and follow in her footsteps.
Correct.
Although most of them won't become a goalie because they probably don't want ball spring thrown at them. But you never know. So obviously with North Adelaide, you've got some good young, both men's and women's coming up through. You do a bit of work with the younger crew out here?
Oh, well, North Adelaide, we don't have many junior girls teams right now. They're just all with the Eagles.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So
we'll get some
hopefully there may be a blend of those and you get to do a fair bit of work with those girls, because I know as a young player to look up to an Australian player, I mean, that's
easy to do, isn't it?
Very easy to do. As we see Cassidy Doster just doing what she does easily and beating Michaela. Michaela's done a good job in the middle, though. Another one of those young players coming through. As Hannah Mathwin finds herself up forward again. Work, kicks it to Doster. Oh, a bit of free space there. And we're going to see a free shot here. And that's probably not the person you want the ball in the hand. Got a reasonable shot, Cassidy. Has 4, looking for a handful.
I'm interested in the setup here. Stick up, stick down.
I know. Just pulling it out. Maybe Trisha's got some things she wants to work on, pardon me. Wants to work on before the final series, so good opportunity to have a good look at it.
You got the hiccups, son?
I saw your beer in front of me, mate, and I'm thinking, gee, I didn't have one. So I was just pretending to, pretending to have one. Oh, looks down Mel. She likes this spot. Yep. Kicks it over to Zeph. Good. Oh, that one's actually come off Addie's stick, off her leg, and it's popped into the bottom left-hand corner. And Mel Williams to Zeph Williams, as we see here on the Living Choice instant replay.
Mel wanted that shot herself and thought, no, we'll go to daughter number 1.
And Addie got a big piece of that stick, then foot, but just kicked it into the bottom corner. Yep. So do you give that to Zeph or do you give it the knock-in?
Might have been off the defender, off the keeper, off the pipe.
So Richard had
We'll give it to Zeph. Give it to Zeph then. Yep. And Tasha, when you're in the cage and you're adding up your massive amount of saves that you have, when it hits the ring ting ting bar, that's a save for you, is it?
I don't know about that.
Oh, a goalie that doesn't take saves off the pipe.
Well, it comes back down to positioning. If you force someone to shoot where they possibly didn't want to,
that's true,
and then hit the pipe.
We're big ones for it. Yeah. We're big ones for it. So
I know.
I'm not generally a big one for goalkeepers in the men's game. I love them in the women's game.
Okay. Women's.
But in the men's game,
what hasn't he done?
So I think if you can get good positioning and force a change of the mind on the shot, I think that's a save.
Yeah, Addie's really good at baiting them to shoot where she wants as well.
Yeah, it's important.
She pushes out really well, Addie, doesn't she? She shuts down that free space. Well, not that free space from Mel Williams, and Tam is just wringing her hand here. And Braden, you'll have to kiss that one later, mate. That's on the hand, so that's, yeah. So you can't put a ring on there tonight, mate. So we just popped down and bang, popped in. And we just did say that, Braden Munn on the camera tonight, doing a fantastic job up there.
He did. He got a knock once too, had to go to hospital, and they said, can you do something about the pain but leave the swelling?
Really? We'll leave that to the viewer's imagination.
On the hand.
On the hand, that's what I'm saying. On the hand. Can't put a ring on that. As the ball goes back into there, and Mel Williams is on the board for Brighton. And that's her first for the evening. Obviously, Mel playing in that grand final last year against Woodville and getting the MVP of the grand final.
Yeah.
So, as we see Hayley Fuss just battling down here with Alana, and we're going to have a hip, and that one's going to... Oh, okay, so he's just said that was a bit of body back into Hayley Fuss. I thought it was a bit of equal pressure there. But can't do that in the women's game.
No, a couple of shovels, flicking sand around each other. Just pick the ball up and go.
Yep. Women's State League Premiership coach. See, that's why he won one.
Yeah, he knows.
Get the ground ball. Oh, looks inside and bang,
5.
there's another one.
Is that a Michelle?
That is.
Michelle.
No. That was Hannah Mathwin there. So Hannah Mathwin with that one. That's her second for the night. She started down in defence.
Okay, I thought it was 5 last week.
5 last week.
5 for?
Yeah, at one stage her and Cassidy were on even par, and then
Coach say, oh, he loves getting it.
I think Cassidy just went, enough, Hannah. I'm going to take one, and then she got another assist. So yeah, really good. But Hannah obviously finding her way up forward and putting it away there, and as we see on the Living Choice.
A very traditional shot.
Speaking of traditional verandas, carports, roofing and guttering, they will do the job just as Hannah did for you there of building something top shelf.
Yeah, Hannah's got you covered.
And Fussy, that's the second time she's mishandled the ball while running down there, so maybe the cold weather just starting to play a factor out there.
Yes, it is.
Who's the hardest shot you would have played against some of these girls out here, Tasha?
Bonnie Wells.
Bonnie Wells.
Bonnie Wells.
The cannon. Is somewhat your daughter?
Somewhat my daughter, sometimes. No, she's great. But I asked her the same question, who do you, and she goes, I see Bonnie coming, and I'm just, enough. And she said the other day that she made a save, even though it was a body save at practice, and Carly came up to her and she goes, there you go, you got one.
Depends who's shooting. If it's Bonnie or if it's Johnny.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Well, Johnny likes that little one that just drops off the hands and rips it high. She's got a good shot, hasn't she?
Yeah, good shot.
What's it like standing in front of some of those?
I mean, it's daunting, very, but nah, they're not that bad.
What's it like when you rip it up and save it and you just tell them that you better run back the other way because that was no good?
It's the best feeling.
Do you get into it a bit as a goalie? Do you let them know?
When I was younger and they used to, no one could aim and go straight to my stick, I'd be like, thank you.
And now?
Now they can aim a lot better.
Yep. As we see the ball down the back here with Zeph Williams, kicks it up the top to Indy. Looking inside to Colleen O'Malley. Ball just dropped there. Colleen just picks her own scraps up. And Hannah's just cutting across the middle. Down to Mangan, who kicks it to Zephyr. And Zeph, and you can hear...
daughter 1, daughter 2.
Yeah, but you can hear Trish over there going, oh, Zeph, take that. She has kicks down the bottom, and she's got Ashley Hill guarding her. Ashley doing a good job there, kicking it out. O'Malley finding herself in the middle there a fair bit, but good defensive pressure by Sturt at the moment.
Good control as well.
So looks inside here, Fuss, and good hip side shot there from Harley Fuss.
Offhand finish.
Didn't fumble that one at all when she needed to make it happen, and Haley Fuss gets on the board. The gap, a little of extra experienced players make a big difference.
Fancy that.
And we're going to have a timeout from the one and only Mr. Sammy Kilford, who's taken over the State League Women this year.
Yep, girls, there's 6.5 minutes of our lacrosse season to go. Let's have a little moment to talk about it.
So Sammy's just having a look.
I'll tell you who's not interested.
I'm going to say the car ride home later. I thought if Sammy had actually gone to Addy after 33 saves and 4 interceptions and gone, you know what, you could have done this a little better. Might have been a little frosty in the cage, but Addy's not like that, is she?
Nah.
I wonder whether Sammy gets toasted cheese sandwiches when he gets home. Do you reckon he likes them?
Oh, Addie's definitely. They're the best.
Tasha, have you got who won't?
Well, I mean, I got 2 North girls and Wildies, so I'm definitely rooting for them.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Good.
I'm not sure. I reckon this season's been a lot different than past, so it's really anyone's game.
Good.
So you can see here the last 6 minutes of the quarter here for the Sturt Lacrosse Club, and we've got Brighton just coming back out after that timeout. The big game coming up after Glenelg and Wilderness. Glenelg with everything to win in that one, because if they drop that, they won't finish minor premierships.
I was just about to ask, is that the case at the moment?
That is the case at the moment. So if Glenelg drops, so plenty to play for in that late game, and it's going to be a cracker here on Lacrosse SA TV, as we've still got 5 minutes to go in this last one. And a couple of shout-outs here. We've got Francis Williams online. We can't wait until it actually gets to summer here if she's still around and she can go down the beach then, because going down here, down the beach at 8 degrees, she's keen, her and Cassidy.
Yeah,
but
that's when all the poisonous snakes and spiders come out.
And the drop bears. We were talking to Cassidy about the drop bears, which might have frightened her just quietly last Friday night.
No trees at the beach, Tone.
Well, we don't know. I've seen. Depends which beach you're going to. And the living choice player of the game here at the moment. Who's your thoughts there, Tasha? You've seen a little bit of the game. Or should we go to Shix first?
Yep, definitely.
Okay, Shix, your thought process at the moment?
Well, Cassidy had a massive first half, didn't she? She's a real influence for Brighton there. Abby Thorne's been pretty good up and down the field, and
on cue.
On cue.
This is why. He's a great commentator. He just sees it happening.
Colleen O'Malley done a mountain of work. But it's been really spread out for Brighton, so it's hard to pick one. Addie's had her moments, the Sturt goalkeeper, as well as Jade Williams, which Francis will be happy with that, back in the land of the free.
Jade's done a power of work up and down the field for Sturt.
Yeah. So, I mean, she's in conversation. The scoreline probably makes you think that...
it'll sway to a Brighton.
So there's a lot of twos for Brighton in terms of goal-wise. And then there's a 4?
So you've got Cassidy with 4, Hayley with 1, Hannah with 2. We've got Colleen with 2. She's done a great job tonight. Beth Varga with a couple, Indy Williams with a couple, Mel Williams with 1, Abby Thorne with 2. So they're pretty well spread out. Good team effort.
I think so. Cassidy probably done a bit of extra work with the centre draw as well.
And she just starts to come into it. And, obviously being up 10-5 or whatever it was at the half, Trisha's certainly motored her troops around. So Cassidy probably hasn't been in the play as much in this second half, but she had a dominating first half, so she probably just put her away a little. As Mel Williams, and we're in a really good angle for that one. You're happy as a goalie to see that go over the head, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Hey? That one when it just goes over the top and you go, yeah, no, I saved that. My positioning. So who are you thinking for the living choice player of the match? I've given you a little bit of time to think. We've given you some stats.
I reckon Jade Williams.
Jade Williams.
Yeah, she's had a really good game.
There you go. So,
good save.
As Addie has another big save, but not as many as she had last week.
Good outlet.
Kim Sutton's been really good for Sturt too, down there.
She has been.
But just
time is no barrier.
Time is no barrier, unless you're in the men's game, Chick, and then you become commentators.
Catches up with you very quickly.
You do all the C's, don't you? Coaching, commentating.
Well, Alan Christensen.
Yep.
As the ball just heads down in the hands of Tam there, down to the Sturt end, and she will be in no...
Van will be passed in a minute.
Don't think ice creams are going to melt tonight down here just quietly. It's a little cool. Although it's a beautiful night down here. As I said, not too much breeze around, and those lights just really kicking in, and that's going to...
radiate a bit of heat.
As we see a bit of a push there, so that'll be a Sturt ball on the outer side. Nothing untoward as Kim Sutton has it down the back. As I said, she's got a couple tonight. She's got 3 and brought a couple of players into goals. So ball down the back here. Ashley Hill kicks the ball over Sutton, and she doesn't mind driving on that bit of equal pressure there, Shix.
Oh, it's good to see. Let it go.
Let it go, we say. Oh. Got to be two-handed, because otherwise it's going to...
Too tall.
Come back the other way, and if the ball gets kicked up here to Mel Williams, she'll have runners on the inside, but just drops the handle on that one.
Yep.
And looking out the outer side, and
Doster, who played great defence down there in the back corner.
So Cassidy with the ball now on the outer side here, right in front of us, just goes about her work, just a bit of a... Yeah, she's done all right. Well, I don't know. Tasha's on Jade at the moment.
Good shot. Varga beats the home ice cream van.
As the goal is going to be scored there. So a late one there for Beth Varga. She ends up with 3 for the night. And Brighton running out comfortable winners in the end here. Oh, sorry, that wasn't the... My bad. See, that's why...
2 minutes or 30 seconds? 2 minutes.
Okay, my bad. I heard the bell go there, and I thought that was it on the bell.
I thought it was Daisy the cow.
Yeah, I thought someone's eating out the back paddock. All right, Tyson.
Farmers.
Come on, you got to pay attention to this.
So.
Oh, the 2 minute. So they do 30 seconds for the first 3 quarters and then 2 minutes for the last one, so that everyone knows 2 minutes left of the game. So like get into it.
Okay, so bring it on in the last 2 minutes. It's like time to step it up and turn up the heat. As we see Brighton coming down here. Yeah, so Shix, your living choice for tonight. How are you thinking?
I'm going with, I think she's taken the foot off the pedal, but I'm going with Cassidy Doster, number 14 from the Bombers.
So you're going with Cassidy Doster. You're going with Jade Williams. Ooh. What happens if I go someone else? Then we're going to have a 3-way tie. We might have 3 of them over here.
We'll have to go to the producer.
Go to the producer. What's Marty's thoughts at the moment? He's just sitting here contemplating life and the next game. We'll ask Marty in a minute.
Oh, look at that.
As the ball just, Indy Williams, she could have gone to the cage there in a heartbeat, but obviously not looking. And as you see here, coach is just trying to work something out for the last.
Who hasn't scored, Tone? Let's go
Who
look
hasn't
at
scored?
Mangan. We're looking at a Mangan score here. Taylor? I think so. I think that's what we're looking for.
There's Indy. Indy kicking down to, well, they're setting in 1-4-1 here, keeping it really wide. Oh, good look inside. O'Malley with the ball. Kicks it back up here to Varga. Varga out to Williams. They're certainly, they're sort of almost playing a 2-man game on the side here with the little cuts in. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
The pass was to Mangan, and that's probably where they were heading, Shix. That's why he is an Australian under-19 coach.
That is it.
That is it. That is all she wrote. And we see here Brighton running out winners as I just count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, that's how I count. 5. So I've got 17.
Can you do that with your hands in your pocket?
No, 18. 18 to 7. Can I do that with my hands in my pockets? I'm like,
count to 5.
I'm like Mr. Squiggle, mate. I can do whatever you need. Wait till you see me draw. So 18 to 7 here. Brighton v Sturt, and our living choice player of the match. We need a. You got Cassidy. See, I'm going Jade. So that's 2-all. Maybe we'll get both of them over here.
Why do you get 2 votes?
I only get 1. Okay, so there we go. We're winding up here because we've got another big game coming up. But we'd really like to thank Taisha Skuse, Australian bronze medalist, for joining us here, and good luck for the rest of the final series. And as we said to the girls earlier, you know what, it was fantastic to see you guys do a wonderful job over there.
Thanks for having me.
Fantastic, Taisha. Well done.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right, we'll be back very shortly for the big game between Glenelg and Wilderness.
What's it called? That Bastion.